Hello everybody. So I have been itching to decorate for Halloween, and I obviously cannot wait until the autumn equinox. But my rule is to do it when it feels like the weather is turning and the seasons are changing. And I gotta say, here in London now, it is getting colder, like noticeably. Like it's getting to that point where you kind of need a jacket, and it's been raining a lot the past few days, and it looks like it's going to be raining a lot over the next week. So I think it is time. I think I'm allowed to do it now. And also, I've noticed at stores they're starting to bring out Christmas stuff, which I think is a sign to begin decorating for Halloween. Because, for example, Sainsbury's, they've brought out Christmas stuff, some autumn stuff, but the Christmas stuff is double, like the section is double the size of the autumn stuff, and they haven't brought out Halloween yet. So I think it's time. I think it is time. So I'm going to begin with the kitchen. So let me show you the situation. So let me begin by showing you the decorations that are coming down. So here we have the 2-stack watermelon jack-o'-lantern, which is from Walmart. And then this neon style cactus light, which I got from Sainsbury's years ago. And then over here, we've got these chili pepper lights, which are actually solar powered. And it's getting to that point where they are not lighting up anymore because we're not getting much sun. They've been pretty good through summer. And there have been some occasions where I've felt like I needed to charge the battery, like with a battery charger. And then over here, I'll just show you, I've had this up for a while. I actually made this. Well, I bought a calendar which had like all the dates. Wait, I'll show you. Oh, hold on a second. So as you can see, each of these has a month on it. So you're supposed to use it to tell the day, but I decided to use it to say how many days until Halloween. So what I did was painted the outside bit and that, and then I actually got 2 of these, and the other one is in here because I needed more numbers to like make it over 30. And then I thought, why don't I just use the other one for how many days until Christmas? Now I've got to say, I'm not going to be as excited about how many days until Christmas, but I am excited for this. And I literally started using this when it was 99 days till Halloween, because why not? So I believe it is 49 days. So I'm gonna grab this in here. And there we go. Perfect. Okay, now we can get on with the day. So the plan is to take the chili pepper lights down, and then I've got some pumpkin ones I'm going to put up. And what is fantastic about them is they are USB powered, so I don't need to mess around with batteries. And there's a little socket situation here, so I can plug that in there. And then I've got these LED incandescent style lights, which I love so much. They give off a really warm light, because a lot of the time LED string lights are really like too blue for me. Even the ones that are called warm white, they're just way too harsh. But these ones are really warm and cozy. They're by Noma, and it was actually really difficult to find them. Like I just got a different kind of set on a whim. And then I was like, oh my God, I love these so much. Found out that they had this whole range of incandescent style and retro style lights, and managed to track them down. But anyway, so that's that. And then over here, I'm gonna obviously take this down, and then I'm thinking to put just a jack-o'-lantern, light up jack-o'-lantern there. And I kind of really want to put some faux leaves at the top here, but I don't have enough to cover both parts, So yeah, we'll see. And I'll have to go out and get some. But what I do currently have up here is, if I can find the button, I have I have some purple string lights up here. Let's see if we can, it's probably too bright, but you might be able to see a bit of a purple shade going up there. So I thought that would be really cute. I put that up months ago randomly, and I don't know if it will be that noticeable if I put a bunch of leaves up there. We'll see. And also, I'm gonna remove a bunch of these mugs and then put some autumnal ones in. Here's some of them there. These are ones that I got recently, which I showed in a haul recently. And then I've got, I think, 1 or 2 hidden away, which I shall get out. And of course, I have a little iced latte at the ready, and I've been using this Alpro Barista cinnamon roll flavor. It's kind of like a coffee creamer, but I don't know, it isn't the same. But anyway, it's okay. I probably won't get it again. I think I'd rather just use regular milk and then some syrup. Here's my little syrup situation going on here, very festive. So a lot of the Halloween stuff is in these boxes. I think pretty much all of them apart from 1 or 2. And then this is stuff that I got recently, which I'm gonna eventually have to find storage for. So I'm gonna go rooting around in here, and then I've also got some boxes under the bed where there might be some stuff in there as well. So let's see. Okay, so I've grabbed all the bits. Here are said string lights, and then we got the jack-o'-lantern, and then this towel, which I showed in a recent haul, and this cute little tea towel. So, and that's going to be it for now, because I feel like I don't really want it to be over the top, but I am still really thinking about getting some leaves for the top of the cabinets, but we'll see. So I shall begin by taking these string lights down. They are hooked up with command strip hooks, which are actually absolutely fantastic. They're obviously great for if you're renting. So that's that. Oh, love these. These are a very vintage, kind of retro style with little blow mold light covers. And the cable was really short, so I got this extension cable. All right, so I find the trick is maybe this is obvious, but if you're new to putting up string lights, is to get each end and then find the middle. There we go. So I'd say that this here is the middle. And then finding the middle of the window, we go like this. Then I'm just going to twist them all so we can see their beautiful little faces. Oh my god, it brings me so much joy. Then we got this little extension cord and a handy plug. There we go, perfect. Oh my god, so happy. I got these a few months ago, and I have been really patiently waiting, putting them up. I will do a little clip at nighttime, but yeah, so happy with it. All right, next up, time to take these down and charge the batteries in them. I feel like rechargeable batteries make so much sense because rather than buying new batteries all the time, which, you know, adds up, and also is just really annoying having to go to a store to get them and then having to either dispose of them unsafely in, you know, the household waste, or have to go to a store to and like remember to dispose of them safely. Like, for example, I know like big supermarkets in the UK, you can recycle used batteries. Rather than mess around all of that, just keep hold of these rechargeable ones and just charge them up. And I always have some spares on hand, so then while some are charging, I have others available when I'm switching them out. So it's not like I'm waiting on the ones I'm charging to be put back into whatever I've taken them out of. Does that make sense? So yeah, if you are new to rechargeable batteries, this is from IKEA. They also do ones with like more per um, plug, I guess. But I'm very happy with just 4. And I've got 2 of these in case I've got a few going. And the batteries as well are from IKEA. So these are AAA ones going in right now. And then in here we had AA. And IKEA do AA rechargeable batteries in 2 different capacities. This one's the higher capacity because, you know, it's going to last longer and require less recharging. And then there's little lights on the top which flash when it's charging, and then it just stays on statically when it's finished charging. And this requires 3 AA's. So I've got my little handy mini screwdriver situation. I gotta say, I really don't enjoy small screws, and I don't enjoy them being in the battery pack compartment because it's just like an extra step to get the thing open. I can understand why they would put it there, probably to avoid kids or, you know, small kids and babies from like opening it up. But for this one, it seems like if I don't have the screw here, then it's going to be very easy for this to pop out. So I've left the screw here, but there are some configurations like this one where you push it down and then open it up. But there's also a little screw. There was a screw here which I removed, but I kind of wish all of them were kind of like this because it's just so much easier to have the option to not have the screw and then open it up. Just a little thing. Something that I find fantastic about this jack-o'-lantern is, well, there's 2 things here. One is that it takes AA batteries, which means higher capacity as opposed to AAA or those little kind of coin-shaped ones. So it's going to last a long time. And then also it has a timer on it, which means that I don't need to mess around with turning it on and off all the time. And that makes it even more perfect for being outside, like on the doorstep. So then I don't need to every night go out and turn it off and on and all that. I can just let it do its thing. I know in the US, it's quite common for blow molds like this to have a plug, especially bigger ones. And that is just like basically completely not a thing here in the UK. So I would like to see more plug-in options when it comes to decorations like this. Same with the string lights. Like I feel like string lights in the UK, we're in a plug-in, I don't know what word to use, but like it's so difficult to find string lights which have a plug. The only time you'd ever see that is for just the most basic plain like white, warm white kind of Christmas lights. So for example, the ones that I just put around the window are like, I had to track those down online to find ones with a USB thing, because at least I'd be able to plug it in that way. But yeah, I'd love to see more string lights with plugs. I'm happy with USB. It doesn't really make a difference to me. Just use an adapter for it. And then I suppose that would make it easier for it to be sold internationally. But yeah, for things like blow molds, that's the other thing. Blow molds are really hardly a thing in the UK as well. It seems like much more of an American thing. I understand it's more of a traditional thing in the US. But yeah, I'd love to see more blow molds, and I'd love to see more blow molds where you can plug them in. And at least if they're going to be battery powered, make it AA and with a timer. But anyway, that's my little rant there. I could talk about that for ages. Anyway, here we go. The first jack-o'-lantern going up for the season. Oh my god. Wait, let's turn it on. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let's have a look with the lights off, even though it is a bit too dark. Yeah, you can't really see that. Well, I'll show you when it's darker. So, being a spooky lover, and having a lot of spooky decor hidden away, when you take it out, you then have a lot of storage just for those few short months. So it means that you can very easily switch the non-spooky stuff into storage when the spooky stuff is out of storage. And yeah, I just love that. I don't know if that's like a really obvious thing, but yeah, I don't know. It's just nice having a bit of storage finally for a little bit. So I'll show you the mugs we've got going on. We have this cauldron, which I love so much. It's so cool. I feel like you see cauldron mugs all the time, but it's very rare that you'll see ones with like, you know, stuff bubbling out of it or a little fire at the bottom. So I think this is really cool. Then we got this pumpkin mug, and I love that the handle looks a bit like a stalk. And then I showed these off in my recent haul. We got this fun, kind of kitschy skull and bats moment here. My basic witch mug, because I am a basic witch. And then my Snoopy mug, and it says happy fall, y'all. There we go. And then I've got these tumblers, or cold cups, with spooky designs, which I've had out for summer, but I'm going to just keep them in there, because I'm probably still going to use them, because I love my coffee iced. So there we go. Oh my god. I think, yeah, the kitchen's pretty much almost done. Just got to get some leaves. And here is the final thing. As you can see, I got some leaves, which I really like on the top there. I also put these on the window. I love them. They feel so vintagey and like true, real Halloween vibes to me. And here it is at night. The string lights are just so perfect. I love them so much. And here's how it looks with the additional ones. I think the purple string lights at the top there just make it look so kind of magical. And I love the way it looks through the leaves too. And there's the dear jack-o'-lantern. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so do leave a comment, and I will be posting more decorating videos. So be sure to subscribe to get updates on that, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.